Hello friends. Today I will be proving some of the fact the individual must be understand with regarding the mathematical calculation. What the proving of the mathematical indication that what the theory they are given by the mathematician, they will be proving the theories. Same like that, I will be proving the words what I have used in the videos oftenly and making the understanding of your own self with regard the proof with regarding the Bhagavad Gita. I will be giving this. Okay, let me begin it. Okay, what are the words that I have used previous videos as often that I will be spelling now. Domination, deliberately divert, without, devotion of determined decision towards direction. Once more I will be quoting it. Domination, deliberately divert, without devotion of determined decision towards direction. This is what the problem that I has to I used to solve it with a proof. Okay, let's begin. What are the proof I will be giving regarding the with the calculation of our own thinking? When I am giving these steps, that what one should understand is you should analyze and take the essence of what explanation I will be giving, so that the fact that is what I am trying to say for you all to be in a situation and take the decision as directed towards devotion is your own analyzation. Okay, let me begin it with the Bhagavad Gita. What I have spelled the words with, and I will be proving the same thing. Okay, what are the proving methods I will be taking is here, and this also words which are very important of democratically. It is very important of a democratically. Understand the word democratically. I will be giving the explanation later on after proving it. Okay. Okay. यह शास्त्र विधिमुक्त सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धि मवाप्नोति न सुख न परगतिम. This is what the shloka, what it says. This shloka I have explained as day before yesterday, day before video, in video also. Let me explain this regarding the statement I have given it. Okay, this is the proof I will be I am stating now, then I will be explaining towards. Okay, ya shastra vidhi mukta srijya vartate kamakaratah na sa siddhi mavapnoti na sukham na param gatim. This is what the shloka is. The translation, what it mean, the translation of the shloka, what it mean: he who disregards the ordinance of the Shastras and follow the prompting of the desire is not on the road to the highest goal, nor can we attain spiritual power or worldly happiness. This is what the translation I have given you. So now, what is the point you should be taking the point to be noted is nothing but ordinance of the Shastras. What is this ordinance of the Shastras mean? That the ordinance of the Shastra mean the tradition what the Hindu Sanatana Dharma is having, the Hindutva is having, the Hinduism is having. This is what the tradition what you should be follow. Avoiding this, disagree of this Shastra, following the prompting of the desire. What is this prompting of the desire? There is a different type of desire, but only you should have the desire of understanding the Bhagavad Gita. Desire means one of the considering as a sattvic one sattva guna as his own words of the desire, he should be taking the action regarding the Bhagavad Gita, having the desire of understanding the Bhagavad Gita. Because when I am using the desire of understanding Bhagavad Gita is nothing but there is the meaning which the fact you should be understanding for your own self of taking the analyzation of oneself individual and for the betterment of the Bharat. This is what the desire of the desire towards the Bhagavad Gita I mean. So this is what the prompting of the desire is not on the road to the highest goal, nor can be attain a spiritual power or worldly happiness. Understand the spiritual power and the worldly happiness. The desire which is towards the prompting of the ordinance of the disagree of the ordinance of the Shastras. Disagree ordinance of the Shastra, having avoiding the tradition, avoiding the tradition of the Shastras, which is mean the tradition, which is mean of our own execution of the execution in the Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma and Hindutva, is the main thing that one should have the understanding of the individualness, what the ancestors of our Sapta Rishis has given us of the tradition. Avoiding these all things, eradicate disagree of the ordinance of the Shastra, follows a, what is it? Domination deliberately divert. This is one thing what I have used. Domination deliberately divert. So domination comes when a Shastra ordinance disagree of the ordinance and makes the dominating on others, having the rule of their own thing, what is good for them, but they are not in a way of taking the person of the fundamentalism in of his other way. The forgetting of the disagree of the ordinance of the Shastra is nothing but disagree of the tradition. Disagree of the tradition is nothing but ruling on other, domination. Ruling and the domination of others is nothing but the diverting of the person. Diverting of the person is nothing but converting of the person's mind towards. This is what the so many things the Kerala story has come in a light. What is this? Diverting is nothing but conversion of the domination. Conversion of the domination is nothing but what the actual public domain is having to be in a screening way. To be in a screening way, one should understand the think what is going towards the thinking of the mind. So one should have the understanding of what the situation is creating towards you and the situation which is creating in your own self and taking the action regarding. This is what the fact I have given the shloka. Here Shastra vidhi mukta vidhi mutsrujya vartate kamakaratah na sa siddhi mavapnoti na sukha na param gatim. This is what he who disagrees the tradition of the Shastras and follows the prompting of the desire is not on the road of the highest goal, nor on attaining a spiritual power or worldly power. Spiritual power. What is the spiritual power in this context? What is the spiritual power in this context is the devotion what the one should understand your own self. One should understand his own self is nothing but having the determined direction towards the decision. Having determined decision towards the direction. So taking this is the equilibrium of your own self. what the Swami Vivekananda has reflected from the Bhagavad Gita. So having this is nothing. Without having this, ashastra vartate, ashastra vidhi srujya vartate kama karataha. So avoiding the shastras, avoiding the disagree of the ordinance, make one's domination deliberately divert. This is what. So the one more thing I have used here is nothing but devotion of a determined decision towards the direction. Yes, this is what one should have. So regarding this, one more shloka I will be giving you to take the note as your own self and take the your analyzation of your own self. Okay, let me show. Ashastra vihitam ghoram tat yanto ye tapo janah dambahankara yuktam kama raga balanvintah. This is what the same thing what previously I have given the explanation regard. What is this? Ashastra vihitam ghoram. Without that having the tradition, without having tradition and making the diversion of others can make the disaster of oneself, the avoiding of the fundamentalism. This avoiding of the fundamentalism take the diversion towards the democratical way, constitutional way. So avoiding the fundamentalism is nothing but the democratical way as a constitution. As with the regarding the judiciary, we go towards the judiciary because of the eradication of the tradition. The eradication of the tradition is very much ghora. What the Bhagavad Gita says, ashastra vihitam ghoram tat panto. One who avoids the tradition, it becomes the ghora, the cruelty against the individuality. The cruelty against the individuality can make the avoiding of the fundamentalism of the individual. So when we come towards the avoiding of the fundamentalism of the individualness, it goes towards the democratical way. When it steps towards the democratical way, then it comes towards the avoiding of the fundamentalism as the constitutional way. So avoiding the as the fundamentalism toward the constitutional way makes the entry of the judiciary. The entry of the judiciary is nothing but avoiding the individualness of avoiding the individual fundamentalism, which makes these all things which is related to the particular thing one should understand and make the decision towards. This is what decision, the positive energy and the negative energy. What I am going to give the sense of awareness. The sense of awareness regarding these two shlokas I am giving because the positive energy and the negative energy. The positive understanding of the positive energy and the negative energy makes the understanding of the positive energy and the negative energy makes devotion of a determined decision towards direction. This is what the statement I have proved. Okay, when there is a avoiding of यह शास्त्र विधि मृत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः. So his own passion, his own desire, he makes on pressurized on others. There is a avoiding of the fundamentalism. The same thing when it is pressurizing avoiding the fundamentalism of the individualness, there comes the ashastra vihitam ghoram. Ashastra vihitam ghoram means avoiding the tradition way, avoiding the fundamentalism way. That makes the cruelty. When that makes the cruelty, the person goes towards the against the fundamentalism. When person goes against the fundamentalism, it is the steps towards the judiciary. So when we go towards the judiciary, there is a process of the fact checking, then there is a judgment. Yes, so this is what the one should understand. Next line, what it says, the Bhagavad Gita, same shloka. Dambhahankara yuktam kama raga balavinta. What is this dambhahankara? So when we are against the tradition, when there is a ghora, ashastra hitam ghoram, dambhahankara comes in the light. Dambhahankara is nothing but showing that he is doing the negative energies. He is doing a negative fact which is influencing on others. But he shows that as a positive signal with regarding the conversation, having the negativity of his own intent in a vision of a positiveness. This is what I have raised the question. Negativity, influencing the negativity in the process of positive spiritual positiveness. Influencing the negativity in the process of positiveness. This is what damba ahankara. Dambhahankar, he is not intent of the positiveness towards the others, but he is taking the help, he is taking the influence of the positiveness towards the negative process. So this is what there comes dambhahankara yukta kama raga balavintaha. So when it is the kama raga balavintaha, when I am saying these words, there is only two gunas comes. What is that? Rajas and tamas. When there is a rajas and tamas, there is the fluctuation of thinking. When there is a fluctuation of thinkings, there comes the domination. When there is a domination comes, there comes the diversions comes. When the diversions come, the conversion automatically comes. When the conversion comes, you can know, you are able to understand what are the situation is created in front of your own self. So one should understand the fact. One should understand the fact of realitism of individualness. The positive thinking, negative thinking as your own self, and the forces which is against you, the forces with you. The understanding of this fact is very much intent of individualness, of making the identification of your own self, that towards the environment created by others, the creating of others, and the creation of your own self towards the decision what you will be taking in the situation accordingly. So by analyzing this all the facts, one should understand the fact of the energies which is influencing the negative and the energies which is influence the positive. So when we come across the environment, when we come across the environment and the positive energy, we feel the positiveness of our own self and make the positive sense of all the environment which is around us. But when the negative comes, when the negative influences on others, there comes the feeling of the negativity of the others. The feeling of the negativity of the others is nothing but there is the influence of the negativity energy on the person. This situation, what I am giving the explanation regarding is nothing but the every individual faces the decision, what the fluctuation which is created towards his own self. So when I am giving the fluctuation which is created of his own self is nothing but when I am giving this all towards him individualness of oneself is nothing but he should understand the positive energy and the negative energy. So understanding the positive energy and the negative energy towards the environment and his own self is nothing but the devotion. What the meditation, the meditative state will understand the same thing what Swami Vivekananda has stated, the concentration of the power. That power, the concentration of the power which makes to understand oneself to be in a power of identifying his own individualness. So the concentration of the mind itself become the lamp. That is what the concentration mind is, a lamp that shows us every corner of the soul. Every corner of the soul, when I am giving this, every corner of the soul is nothing but understanding the negativity energies with regarding oneself and understand the environment created by others and the environment which is influencing the positivity and the negativity and the energy which is making others diverting the thinking. When I am giving the diversion of thinking, there comes damba hankara yuktam. They makes all the positive environment, but they are having the intent of negativity. Damba hankara is nothing but the same thing. They make all the positive environment. They create all the positive environment regarding, but they are intent of having the negative energy, which is the person who is not able to make in the front of others, but he is making the person who is intent, not intent of doing for the person, but he takes the step towards the negativity because of his own lack of emotional intelligence. So lack of emotional intelligence makes one damba hankara. So lack of the emotional intelligence who takes the advantages of the emotional intelligence is nothing but the person who is intent of doing the negativity on others. The person who is having the intent of doing the negativity on others is nothing but avoiding the fundamentalism and taking the person towards the avoiding the fundamentalism and taking towards the step towards the cruelty. This is what the अशास्त्र विहितम घोरम तत्पंतो ये तपो जनः. So he is not the sufferer. The person who is intent of the negativity, he is not the sufferer. He makes his negativity on others. The person who is taking the step towards the positive person, he is also doing the same thing what the negative intent of thinking has given up for him, because the lack of emotional intelligence. The second person who is influencing of the first person. The first person is nothing but the positiveness, you can understanding, and the second person is the influence, and the third person who is intent of doing the negativeness. When the third person has intent of doing the negativeness towards the first person, he is having the he is to have the influencing of the person who is nearer to the person of a first person. So having the first person influencing of the second person, he takes all the negative actions. So this is what the same conversation comes in a light. So understanding this all the situation regarding oneself and taking the action, this is how the individualness with the positive environment, negative environment, and same thing, positive thinking and the negative thinking. This is how the TCS case has come to light. The same thing what I am stating today is nothing but the Dambahankara, the person Dambahankara, he may do the positiveness in the influencing of the negativeness. Make all the such person who is intent of doing the negative. The person who is intent of doing the negativity with others, he take the help of the positiveness. So because of this, I have used one of the shloka, which is Narasimha shloka. Ugram Viram Narasimham Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Mrityor Mutyum Namamiham. What is this? Being in a state of Sarvato Mukha, being in a state of equilibrium, being in a state of understanding the environment, what one should be in, and take the decision regarding. So avoiding this all, avoiding the Ashastra Hit, avoiding the tradition. Let me what the Bhagavad Gita says. Yah Shastra Vidiyukta Srijya Vartate Kamakaratah. So he who disagrees the ordinance of the Shastra, first of all, the person who is intent of doing the negativeness, he avoids all the Shastras. Okay? Then he comes towards the Dambahankara Kama Raga Balavintaha, because he has taken the steps toward the cruelty. What is the cruelty? Ashastra vihitam ghoram tatpayo ye tapojana. The first person, he is unaware of all these things, which is understanding of the positive energy and the negative energy. Basically, the youngsters who are in a way of his own education state. What is that education state? Is nothing but the person who is in a degree class in a degree classes, or in a second PU classes, or in a 10th classes, they pick up these of the youngsters to take the conversion, the influencing of the negativity, and make all the such which is influencing of the particular person, and make the desire, what he is having the desire, the negativity. There comes, when the desire of the negativity comes, there comes the Dambahankara Kama Raga Balavindataha. Who is having the intent of making the negativity on others, he makes the dividing of one to others. One to others is nothing but the person who is having the positiveness, and the person who is relating to the environment. The relation, the same relation, I have given the explanation regarding the same shloka I have given. The example yesterday or day before yesterday I have given A1, A2, C, others as A3, and the democratically A4. The relation I have explained day before yesterday. Because of this, the same shloka. Because of this, to understand these all things. Okay, so be on the series. So when I have given these two shlokas, automatically the statement I have made to proving the statement what I have made domination deliberately divert without devotion of determined decision towards direction. Hence it is proved. Yes, hence it is proved what I have given the statement beginning of the video. The same, the two of the shlokas which gives the steps towards the same thing. What I have begun the series of positivity, negativity of understanding of individualness. The same series I will be going towards the analyze the fact which one should understand the energies which is towards the negative energy and the positive energy. Okay, be on a series and take the explanation as the devotion of your own self towards the sattva guna, towards the what the Bhagavad Gita states, towards the tradition of our own self, in the vision of historical path, what the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj has given us the path. So be on a series, be in your own self and take the decision as regard. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.